guys, I just wanted to go over my matches today with Wings. This is day 3 of Crown Championship. I lost to Wings in the round of 32 after I beat Trainer Garrett, round of 64. Rice won today, congrats to him. So I'm just going to go into the matches. I'm not going to discuss why I played the decks I did. I scouted Wings, I know what he plays, and based on that, that's why I played what I played. But anyways, we're just going to watch the matches, learn from them. Wings is a great player. See what we did wrong. Game 1, Graveyard Cycle versus Logbait. So I had no idea Wings was going to play Logbait. He hadn't played it all day, as far as I know. But Graveyard Cycle had a good matchup versus most of his decks, so I was confident playing that. So starting, he plays just Ice Spirit to start off, fairly slow Princess. So I go for a Graveyard here. He does have Knight and Cycle, so it's not going to do insane damage, but I had a good build up with the Archers and Knights, so I thought might as well. Fortunately, he didn't have Gang and Cycle, because then I would have got no damage, because I didn't have Poison. So I'm just dealing with these troops. Princess on the other side I gotta deal with. Barrel is really far back, so I decided to Knight it, not log it. For 1 extra elixir, I get all that Knight right there, which will help force something from his hand on the other side of the map, potentially Graveyard. Not a Graveyard, don't have enough. But it was still good, I got Night Spirit. So he starts a Knight at the back. I'm not really sure what the plan was there. He's up. Don't think he knew he was up that much. He doesn't have a great hand. He wants me to play something into him. So he plays his log, and here's my mistake number 1. I don't know why, but I logged half a Goblin Gang. And as you can see, his Knight Goblin Barrel did about 800 damage. So I'm a little bit far behind. And here's mistake number 2. One sec, let's pause. So, after I missed the log, I panicked because Wings, being a great player, making a mistake like that, it's setting me behind. I was playing good, but now Wings, for the rest of the match, has a bit of an advantage just because he got me. So he's ahead in damage and, yeah, elixir also. So I decided to do a risky Graveyard Poison to attempt to get better spawns and get more damage on his tower to catch up. The risky part of it is playing, so the Graveyard is like 1 tile closer to the King Tower than normal, which, if you're unlucky with spawns, will activate the King Tower and basically lose you the game. But looking back, I didn't need to do this, but during the match, I thought I wanted to have a chance to win. I had to do this risky Graveyard and pray for the best. So, Graveyard comes in. Right away, one of the skeletons activates King Tower, but even with that, gets the tower down to 1100. So, I did not need to activate the King Tower. I'm already back in elixir. So, stuff's coming down. He played Princess at the bridge, or in the middle. I played Mega Minion. Then he Ice Spirit Knighted, which was good, but Knight walked away. Mega Minion killed it, which got lucky. He tried to protect it with Goblin Gang, didn't work. So coming in here, he's Princess. I played Archers, sort of hoping to snipe the Princess. I knew I wouldn't be able to, but it was already in my head, so I did it. Log on the Goblin Barrel. My Graveyard, as you can see, is getting that hasn't got a single hit. It did not get a single hit that entire time with 2 towers and Knight. So he rockets me, starts rocketing out. I poison him there, just get damage. I don't have anything great here. I don't have my log. Got it in time though. I gotta deal with the Princess on the other side, so Archer's in the middle, but he plays Weird Inferno, which was good for him. I make him his Princess to deal with it. Since the Knight's tanking, play the Graveyard, hope to get some hits in. Again, Knight, 2 towers, not getting a ton of damage, got like 1 or 2 skeleton hits. Poison the Goblin Gang for damage. Now here, that could have been a mistake. It was a mistake, but he wasn't able to punish it because I logged his princess because I didn't have great play against it. But at that same time, he goblin barreled far back, so he couldn't punish my mistake. If he would have played it on tower, he would have got like solid 400 damage and won the game right there. Luckily, he didn't capture me on that mistake or punish me. So now my tower is 860, his is 521, his king tower is activated. It's 2 rockets or 2 poisons on the log. So I got a big push coming here. He didn't have anything to play, so he played a defensive inferno. He's just stocking up. Mistake number 3, or technically 4, that log. It was on the Goblin Gang, and the reason I did it was Goblin Gang plus Inferno plus Tower. I felt this was my last push. Looking back, I could have survived one more push and then won on the next push, but during the match I thought this was my last push, so I went all in with the risky graveyard to make more skeletons spawn right on top of the tower, so that they hit the tower once before they die, rather than playing it all the way to the side where his knight just tanks everything. So I played risky graveyard plus poison plus log, and then you will see I don't take the tower, and that log I played, he's going to punish me right here. Gets my tower down to 400. Anything below 493 doesn't matter, it's the same thing. So I poison, try to log. If I had an extra 3-4 seconds I would have won that match, but Wings punished me properly. Made 4 mistakes, 3 of them he punished me on, and if I would have skipped one of those 3 mistakes that he punished me on, I would have won. As you can see, his tower was under 100. I had 2 more seconds, I would have won. I did have the counter deck there. Not counter deck, but favorable matchup, so not good. Anyways, going into game 2, I had the same deck. I was hoping he would play Royal Giant, and he did. So this isn't a counter deck per se, but it's another favorable matchup, so I'm happy with this once I figured out that he was playing RG. Start off archers, split. He didn't play anything right away, which was bad. So he's got a little awkward hand here. It's Ice Spirit. He didn't want to play at the bridge because my archers would have killed it. So this is when I figured out he's playing RG because I know his deck list. And in his deck, he doesn't have a knight. I know he only has archers, so I was gonna go in for a graveyard. Defensive lightning was really weird, but I was already committed to my graveyard. He had archers, which he played really far up. Poor decision on his part. I got a value poison on those and furnace, and I also misplayed my graveyard there. It was 1 tile over, which wasn't good, but I didn't get punished for it. So I didn't get much damage, but he doesn't have any damage either. Nothing's hurting here. I know he has lightning now, so I can play archers on the same side if I want to, which I do. Building up the Megamine is not going to get any value, so it's just helping my archers build up. Archer's getting lots of value here. He's trying to play Furnace opposite side, so he's going to try to play opposite side to me, chip, and try to pressure me with his Furnace so that I have to play archers or skeletons or knight on the other side, and really just split my elixir. But I go in with the graveyard, poison his archers, a little late, but still got some decent damage, down to 1750-ish. And I let those fire spirits go just because I'm down in elixir, and he doesn't have that tower far down. I get lucky here. He plays another furnace into that lane, which gives me a reason to play my archers. My archers are going to kill 3 waves of fire spirits before they walk to the other side. And right here, I'm going to pause. So he played RG, but as soon as he played RG, I had already tapped down my knight all the way at the back on the right side. So, I mean, obviously if I knew he was going to play his RG, I would have played my knight, skeletons, graveyard on the other side. He would have played archers. It may not have been the greatest decision, but that's what I would have done. And he would have had his RG push coming, but I would have been able to defend it fine. It wouldn't have been very strong. But that's not what happened, so I played knight at the same time, so I'm forced to not push the other side. I'm forced to just defend. I'm just building up. I don't want to give him lightning value, so I play Mega Man at the front, not the back. He counters it with his own Mega Man, which I knew. Catches RG with my Inferno. He lightnings it. So archers log, minimize damage, skeletons to catch the Mega Man so it doesn't kill my archers. And my archers will survive, kill more fire spirits. So I got a good cycle here. Not RG. Knight, graveyard, poison. He catches my knight with skeletons Mega Man well on his part, but so I played knight and then graveyard and then poison, which is 12 elixir. He played skeletons, Mega Minion, archers, ice spirit, which is 3, 4, 5, 8. So I'm only down 4 elixir from that, and not sure how much damage I got, but it was a good amount of damage. So it's not a good trade for him, all in all. He's trying to minimize damage. So we're just he's building up here. He plays RG, so like I said, I want to play knight, graveyard, opposite side. He does the same thing again with skeletons, Mega Man at the bridge, and archers, ice spirit. And that graveyard just connects. Like I said, those 4 cards aren't able enough to handle graveyard poison. I log. He had my tower down to 12, 1300. It was pretty far ahead in this match. It was a good matchup for me. He never got through, played it properly. So going 1-1 into this next match, his main decks are RG Lightning, this 3 Musketeer deck, and here's the third deck. What's his third deck? And also Graveyard Cycle. He has the same match as me, the same Graveyard Cycle deck. So going to game 3, I'm thinking he probably won't play Logbait because that was a surprise deck. He doesn't play it lost, but he was trying to play that to throw me off. He won't play RG because he just lost with it, and I've played Graveyard Cycle twice, so he's expecting me to play Graveyard Cycle again. So he's going to play something that's going to counter Graveyard Cycle. So out of his decks, he has 3 Musketeer, RG Lightning, Graveyard Cycle, and Logbait. Logbait gets countered by Graveyard Cycle if you don't lose like Swood. RG Lightning, as we just saw, not the greatest matchup. And Graveyard Cycle Mirror Match, an option, but he decided not to do it. So I knew his choices was 3 Musketeer or Graveyard Cycle, and both of those I was confident to win with Expo. As you can see, I don't have a traditional Expo deck. I changed out Inferno Tower for Ewas because I knew he was either going to play 3 Musketeer or what's it called? Graveyard Cycle. So Ewas has a better matchup than with Inferno for both those. If he played RG again, he would have just won straight outright. The Inferno one helped. He would have just held his RG for my Expo and Furnace Lightning me out. So I just took out the Inferno, put a card in that will help me more. So let's go into this matchup. This is the matchup I was hoping for in game 3. And before we start, how you want to play Expo versus 3 Musk. They pump up, you Expo, you punish them for the pump, and then you're up in damage, you're behind in elixir. Then they play the 3 Musketeers, you want to Expo defensively, you deal with their stuff, and then they have to spend so much on offense that your defensive Expo gets so much value, and then you're able to, from that point, just chip them out with logs and fireballs on the 3 Musk tower. Generally, they make the 3 Musk push, and you defensive Expo after the second pump. They would do 1 pump, you Expo, then they do a second pump, you firewall that Expo, then they 3 Musk, and you defensive Expo, and you defend. All their 2 pumps end up dying at the same time because you firewall the second one, the first one just ran out, and then so all that caps all their elixir into 1 push, which forces them to play so much elixir in that 1 push that your defensive Expo gets so much value to put you back into the game elixir wise, and then you're ahead 1,000 damage or so in tower damage. So that's the game plan. Let's see it in action. So play skeletons in the back, don't have an ice spirit, and play skeletons, wait what he plays. Not sure what deck he's playing yet. He plays pump. I'm excited to play play Expo bridge, and I gotta protect it. He plays battle ram, Ewas to kill the battle ram and slow down the barbs. play knight to tank. He's got to play something else, I know. He plays knight far back, not the greatest placement. Not really sure what else he could have done though. Mistake number 1, I logged the goblin gang, which was absolutely fine, but I logged the goblin gang with a tower, which that only does 96 damage on the tower. That in the end, that's not going to be the end all be all. I should have logged the goblin gang with the pump. It would have taken 2 elixir off the pump. So the pump costs 6, generates 8 elixir. If I would have logged it, I would have taken off 2 elixir. So basically it's like it costs 4 and it generates 6. But if I played log over, he's getting that 8, but I still spent the 2 elixir. So he just went up an extra 2 elixir, plus he was already going to be up 2 elixir from the pump just being played in general. So that's 4 elixir right there that I'm down. Anyways, continue with this push. Expo gets locked on. He has nothing to play. Ewis even gets a hit. He plays Battle Ram. I play an Ice Spirit to stop it. I didn't play Skeletons because I knew the Battle Ram was going to kill the Expo anyways before the Skeletons could kill it. So I just let it go. I Skeletons. So, next stop and play. Interesting spot. So I'm down about, well, we're even, but I'm in the pump. He has about 3 elixir. 1 only if I logged, but so he has 3 elixir. So his options here, I know he has pump and 3 musk in hand. So his options are another pump, which I would fireball, and then he'd 3 musk and I would expo, like I talked about at the start. Or he 3 muskies and I fireball, and those are generally the 2 that everyone plays. So see and watch Wings in action. He Skeletons. I just play Mega Man in the back, build up. I know he's going to pump or 3 musk eventually. Plays a knight in the back, which is a good decision on his part. I was hovering the expo, considering playing a defensive expo, but just waiting for the 3 musks to come out. Play an Ewis in the back to build up against the knight, because I don't, like, I know he's playing 3 musk, but he hasn't played it yet, so I don't want to play the expo. Actually, it would have been a good idea to play the expo, but I didn't play it. So he plays 3 musk. I know he has heal, because I know his deck. So I log fireball it. And now this is a key point in the match. I'm at 3 elixir. He's at 4 elixir. He has knight, musketeer. I have Mega Man, which is about to die, and an Ewis. He also has 1 elixir coming in his pump. Plus, so if I would have logged, he would have been at 3 elixir here, and he wouldn't be getting an extra elixir. So that would have been huge, because I need that elixir. So he plays Goblin Gang. I play an Ice Spirit. Too high up. It dies. Then my Ewis dies. Then I'm forced to play Knight, distract everything. I have 1.5 elixir. Not defending that all with 1.5 elixir. I Skeletons to kill the Spear Goblins and the Battle Ram. I log as soon as I possibly can. And as you can see, I have no elixir, and he has 2 barbs and a musketeer on our tower. So, he played Knight in that lane. He also had a musketeer in the lane. And then he played Goblin Gang once my log was out of rotation, and Battle Ram. I had my Ewis up there, and I tried to play an Ice Spirit to help defend it. Let my Ewis get like 1 extra shot. It failed. Then I played Knight, and then Skeletons, and then log. Looking back, there's 3 different options I could have went with that would have led to me not losing my tower on this push. I'll just show you. He takes my tower here, if you couldn't tell already. So, the 3 options were, 1, when he's, so I fireball log on the left, when he's playing his gang and then Battle Ram, instead of playing my Ice Spirit high up, I could have just waited. I had Ice Spirit and Knight in hand. I could have played the Knight lower down, like in the middle, and then played Skeletons, and then logged. If I did that, I wouldn't have played the Ice Spirit, so I would have saved 1 elixir. So you know how I was waiting for the log? I would have had the log ready, and he wouldn't have got to the tower. He may have got 500,000 damage maybe, but I would have survived, and he would have had no pumps. So that was option A. Option B, instead of fireball logging on the left, as you see, he was hovering his heal when I went to log fireball. He decided not to heal because I timed it right, so he couldn't heal it. But if I would have waited till the musketeers walked up to the bridge, fireballed them, they would have been 1 HP, my tower could have dealt with them. If he healed, I could have played something like Knight and counteracted his heal, 3 for 3 trade, but I got a 4 for 6 on the fireball and the 2/3 muskies. So that would have helped me. That would have saved 2 elixir, and I would have had my log, so he couldn't punish me with his gang. So that would have been another good option. And option 3 is the defensive expo. Like I said at the start, you want a defensive expo against 3 muskies because it just gets a lot of value because they have so many troops coming at you because they're ahead in elixir. And then you block your expo with like skeletons, knight, etc. And it just keeps shooting, kills everything. So the reason I didn't defensive expo is because he already had a knight coming and the 3 muskies. So he already had 12 elixir coming at me. I got scared to play my expo. I thought it would lose value because his stuff would attack it too quick and it would die before it got enough shots off. So I opted for fireball log, which I thought was a fine decision. It obviously didn't work out, but yeah. So option 3, expo back. Some of my friends told me that would have been probably the best decision. Expo would have been fine, could have had Knight, Ice Spirit, Skeletons to block, and if I would have survived this one push right here, I would have won the game, would have won the series, and would have moved on. But I made the decision I did in this matchup, and because of that, I lost game 3, also made 4 mistakes in game 1, and 3 of those he punished me on. If I would have only made 1 or 2 of those 3 mistakes that I did, I would have won that matchup. Nothing I can do about it. It happened. I will just show you. Actually, this is another good example of just I played really good defense, or offense, I guess, but he couldn't get through. So he pumps. So then I'm going to go in half speed, so you can commentate this. I Ice Spirit because I know he has Knight. He Knights. I Knight his Knight. He plays gang. I know he's going to play gang, so I play E-Wiz as soon as I get 4 elixir. It lags a bit in the replay, but I played Skeletons on the Knight to help kill it quickly. And he plays a Battle Ram here to tank. So all my stuff is going to kill the Battle Ram, so it wasn't no, it was good play. But I didn't have to play anything extra to kill it. I knew that, so I just waited. He played a Knight. I Mega Mined it. His Barbs and his Knight is walking towards my expo. I play this Ice Spirit, so it stuns all 3. And it gives Mega Mined expo time to clear that up. And my expo goes and gets 150 damage. And at this point, I was like, okay, perfect. I'm going to do another expo once these goblins are gone. And then he 3 muskies me. I can't expo offensively into 3 muskies. I only have 30 seconds left. As you can see, I panic, play everything in the back left, try to deal with it in 20 seconds somehow in expo, but it doesn't work. He played this well. So yeah, there's everything. I try to expo, put his Battle Ram on it, and there we go. Lost game 3, lost game 1. Mistakes were made in both. Wings played good. I could have played better and beat him. I had the advantage in the matches because of how I scouted, and yep, that's all for now. Right before I played Wings, I played Trainer Garrett. 1-2-1. Middle game, I lost because I played bad. I could have won that. Could have won 2-0, but didn't. Anyways, that's all for this video. Thanks. Hope it was good. Hope you learned something. Have a good one, guys.